from, no, I'm already feeling like I don't know how to blend anything. Is focal a word? Focalize? Focal? Because that's the whole point of the video. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing great today. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a quick day to night makeup transformation. So we're going to be going from this to this. So a day to night transformation is basically exactly what it sounds like. It's transforming yourself from your day makeup to nighttime makeup. Now typically nighttime makeup is more glamorous, more glitzy, more than what you would wear in the daylight, because you know it takes a little bit more to actually look like you're wearing makeup at night because it's all so dark. So basically this is just the look that I would do if like I was coming home from work and I had my makeup on and someone calls me up and is like, hey, do you want to go to happy hour in 10 minutes? And I'm like, oh, obviously, yeah, I love happy hour. So it's basically just working with what you have and adding stuff on top of it to make it look good for the night. And it's pretty easy. You just add a little bit more, touch things up, and then get out the door. So without further ado, let's zoom in and get started. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is like assess what state my makeup is in. Now, if my makeup is in complete disarray, then I will probably wipe it off and do it again really fast. So right now it looks pretty good, so we can go forward without washing it off, because that's the whole point of the video. So the first thing that I'm going to do is clean up the mascara under my eyes. If you've been wearing your mascara for, you know, a couple hours, it's probably going to transfer. Even the best mascaras, I find, transfer down a little bit. And this can just make you look a little bit more tired than you are. So I just like to get that kind of cleaned up a little bit. Now, I don't really go in with like concealer or foundation, because usually I'll have powder on. If I know I'm going to be doing something like this at the end of the day, I won't put any powder on so that I can go in at the end of the day and touch it all up and just like add more concealer on. But because I do have powder on right now, I guess that's not really an option. So instead I'm going to be using the Covergirl Clean Fresh Powder, and this one is just a little bit brightening, and I'm just going to add this with my Mud 620 brush and just put it right underneath my eyes. And this is just going to help to brighten everything up a little bit more. So you can see the difference there between the two. It just looks a little bit more awake. We don't need everyone knowing our business like we were working all day. Okay, so after I got that done, I'm just going to go in with a brow gel just to kind of boost up my brows a little bit. And this is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. And now you can just go in with whatever brow product you use. And it's just going to help to make your brows look like they were done really recently, because brows I have found is something that I can tell on myself personally how my day has been by how my brows look. So next up, I'm gonna go work on the face a little. So you can see that like all the blush, bronzer, and highlight, it's kind of faded from my face at this point. So I'm just gonna add more on top. Hope for the best. So I'm gonna be using my Too Faced La Belle Carousel duo here. I'm gonna go in with the Chocolate Soleil bronzer and the Who's Your Poppy blush. And I'm just gonna use my Real Techniques blush brush for the bronzer. And I'm just gonna kind of pinch my brush a little to keep it more focal. Is focal a word? Focalize? Focal? I don't think that's a word. And because I'm going nighttime, I'm trying to go more sexy, sultry. Probably not very sexy, but sultry at least. So I'm gonna try and pull everything up, because that's usually how people make themselves look sexy. And I'd like to look like them. And I'm just going to add a little bit to my forehead here. And this is definitely more makeup than I would normally wear, like daily, because like I said, it does take more to show up at night. And then for the blush, I've gone for a sparkly blush because, I don't know, why not? And same thing, I'm pulling it upwards and kind of staying more off the apples of the cheek. For highlighter, I'm going to go in with this blinding highlighter. It's by Makeup Revolution, Highlighter Reloaded in the shade Just My Type. And it's super, super sparkly. And I'm just going to go in with it with a small brush. This is my PS highlighting brush. And just kind of keep it right on the high points of my cheek. So just like this. And then just right above my brows as well. Just whatever's left over on the brush. The main reason I wanted to do this video now, I've been wanting to do it for a while, but everything in Ontario has been closed for like a year. So nightclubs are just opening now again. So maybe y'all want to go to a nightclub. Okay, already feeling more glamorous. And already feeling like I don't know how to blend anything. So usually if I have like a really blinding highlight like this, I will go back in with my blush brush and just tap over the edges of where the highlighter meets the blush, because it kind of helps blur the line a little bit more. So I'm going to do my eyes now, and for that I'm just going to go back in with the same palette that I used before. Usually for the eyeshadow I will just kind of go in with more darker tones of the same tone that I used. So like right now I have a lot of cool tones on my eyes, so I'll just go in with more darker cool tones as opposed to trying to completely recreate a new. So I've got the Tartelette in Bloom so I've got the Tartelette in Bloom palette. And right now I just have these two shades on my eyes. So I'm going to go in with some more of like these shades down here. And then to top it off, I've got this really sparkly ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Ladybird. So I'm first going to go in with my ColourPop M330 brush and just tap into this shade here, just on the tip. And just start building up the color in my crease so that I can go in with these darker shades. And I'm going to kind of try and build out more of like a wing shape as opposed to the rounded daytime shape I had. Then I'm going to go in with my M506 brush and go into the darker purple shade. Okay, so before I keep going in with darker shades, I'm going to take my ColourPop shadow now. And this one is very sparkly. Okay, so now that that's on, I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Professional Eye Defining Brush and go in with the darkest shade and just kind of block out the outer corner. And just kind of creating a bit of a V. Okay, so I'm just going to take my NYX Slide On Glide On in the shade Black Sparkle. And it's just kind of like a sparkly black liner. And I'm just going to run it on my lower lash line. And I'm just going to run it a little bit on the top lash line as well. Just on the outer corner. So once that's done, I'm just going to top off my mascara again. Now I do obviously still have the mascara from the daytime, but I'm just going to throw a tiny bit more on. And this will just, like everything else, refresh it for the night. And then last but not least for lips, I'm going to put on a bold lip. So I've got the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in the shade 96. And I'm just going to put a little bit of setting spray on. It's the Urban Decay All Nighter. And adding a setting spray is just going to help melt everything together. And will make everything look good. Honestly, if you don't even have time to do all this, just throw like a new lip color on, tiny bit of darker eyeshadow, and a setting spray. Like the setting spray will kind of refresh everything. And we're all done. Yeah, so you could see we kind of went from drab to fab in just a couple of minutes. I think it only took me about 15 minutes with all my talking, so you probably could get it done a little bit quicker. And then you just got to throw on, you know, your going out outfit, some new earrings, and you're a whole new person. And nobody would know that you've been wearing this makeup all day. I'm very shiny because it's hot in here. It's hot in here. Just gonna take a tiny bit of this powder. Just throw it on, and then nobody needs to know anything. But yeah, seriously, this is very easy to do. It's like one of my favorite things to do because there's nothing worse than doing a full face makeup twice, do it all over again, and it's just like a lot of work. So if you just add stuff on top of it, it'll be fine for the evening and everything goes great and no one will know and you feel better and it's great. Anyway, so this was my day 2 night transformation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you give it a shot, let me know. If you would change anything, let me know. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up down below, as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to see a new video here every single Sunday. And I hope you guys are all having a really wonderful day and good weekend. And I will see you all next week. Bye!